Kenai Peninsula has all the fish that you're going to catch in Alaska except two, and that's pike and sheefish. So if you want to see Alaska in the smallest area, you still come to the Kenai, okay? And we have good glaciers, we have good mountains, we have volcanoes, we have it all. Most of the Kenai River, or a lot of the Kenai River, is bounded by the Kenai National Wildlife Refuge. It's a good place to go, okay? Occasionally they see a brown bear here. Quite often they see caribou, and quite often we see moose here. So there's some wildlife here, and you're close enough, you know. The other thing is, Mama don't like to fish. She can go out of Seward and go on one of the cruises and see all the puffins and seals and porpoises and whatever, you know, and the glaciers and different things. And it's actually pretty nice while Dad spends his 12 hours fishing, right? To me, the best silver fishing is the third week of August to the third week of September. Kings spend 1 or 2 years in freshwater, and to be mature, they spend 2 to 5 years in saltwater, okay? Reds are usually 2 and 2, okay? Humpies are out and back. I don't know what the dogs are, but I'm gonna guess 2 and 2, 1 and 2. But the silver is your backwards one. He's the closest one to a trout, and he spends 1 to 6 years in freshwater and 12 to 18 months in saltwater. So he's the backwards one. He does all his growing in that last year, that saltwater. So every month you give him in saltwater is another 2 pounds, okay? So the September silvers, you know, that's where you get your 20s, you know, and the big ones. So you want the late silvers. I like fishing, and it's a different sport, and anybody can be in it, and anybody can hold a world record in it. That's the neat thing about it, you know. You don't have to be super shaped. 1985, Les Anderson was the Ford dealer here, and he would go out and fish, and Les was a very gentle man. If 3 people come up and fish beside him, he'd get up and leave. He didn't want to be in a crowd. Well, he went out on May 17th, 1985, and there was nobody on the river. That was too early. And he caught a 97-pound, 4-ounce king. And it was the new world record. So all of a sudden, now the Kenai was the place. We'd been catching 70s, we'd been catching 80s, but no 90s. And he caught the world record. That same week, there was an 83 and an 82-pound caught in the Kenai. And boy, that just hit every paper. I mean, I think it was even in like Sports Field and things like that. The Kenai was the place to go, and I had started just before he caught that fish. In fact, I was fishing in the same place he caught the fish the next day. I mean, that's how, there was like 10 of us fishing it. And none of us caught a fish, but it don't matter. It was really, really good fishing. And because it became well known, people from all over started coming, and guides from Oregon came, guides from the Sacramento came, guides from the Great Lakes came, guides from Canada came, and we all kind of mixed our theories of how to catch fish. And so when they went home, the guys from Oregon that used hot shots were now using spinning glows, because that's what they used in Washington. The guys from Washington were using quick fish, because that's what the people on the Sacramento River were using, and it became a very good fishery, and it became a very competitive fishery. And I got to see the glory years from 85 to 1995. It was like every other year we caught a 90-pounder. And so number 1, number 2, and number 4 are out of the Kenai. 7 of the top 10 in the world are out of the Kenai. The Kenai produced some whalacious big fish. And the second largest one was actually caught off our homestead. The largest one was caught right straight about a mile from here. So there was big fish all over the Kenai. And we tell them we go fishing, we guarantee nothing, okay, except a good trip. Again, since I've been here a long time, I have a lot of history, okay? If I'm fishing in the canyon, I almost always stop at the old gold mine and show them where people brought this stuff in by horseback, by boat, all this old metal and stuff. It's pretty awesome. And I show them where they blew the sides of the hills out getting gold, you know. If I'm on the Kasilof fishing, I tell them, if we're quiet, we may see a brown bear this morning, okay? Well, the Wounded Warrior program is that he has been involved with is out of Kentucky. Some of the guys really, really like it. It's kind of, you know, we've always wanted to fish here. I remember one guy said, I had such a great trip, he gave me his Purple Heart. And I said, what are you giving me that for? I don't mean nothing to me, I got another one. Anyway, so I got a Purple Heart medal. I don't know why I got it. Usually they come during silvers, and we usually do pretty good silver fishing, okay? Usually king fishing can be hit or miss. Silver fishing is usually fairly good, okay? So, and they all enjoy it. And we have big barbecues out here and different things. You never know. And one of the things you do is never give up. Never give up. And I remember one time I had a good client, and I said, you don't want to go. It's the last day of the season. I had one bite this morning. It was 50 pounds. I got it. Nobody else caught anything. He says, this is the last day of the season. We're going. And we went and we caught 3 fish, and we caught one of them 6 seconds before 6 o'clock. You know, and it was just a little guy. But we caught 3 fish when nobody was catching anything. And that's your glory days. You'll remember those. Fishing, for some reason, was kind of my passion, you know. I did a lot of sports in high school, but I think fishing was still my passion.